Good morning.
Good morning.
Bringing out the best in others brings the best out of me. This is how I have redefined myself after joining Toastmasters. I have found that serving as a mentor is one of the most rewarding part of my Toastmasters journey. Being a mentor not only helps individual members, but it also helps the club to grow as a whole. Now comes the question, what is a mentor? A mentor is someone who takes personal interest in helping an inexperienced member whom we call as mentee. A mentor needs to be a role model, a coach who is knowledgeable and experienced in that subject matter. A mentor shares his knowledge, insight, perspective, and wisdom with his mentees. And all these four taken together helps the mentee to learn what he or she needs to learn to become successful. In Toastmasters, we have one more role called club mentor or club coach. He is someone who helps a club to become successful or distinguished. But today, we shall be dealing more with a one-to-one relationship between a mentor and mentee. The success of a mentor depends on the improvement in the performance of his or her mentee. The mentorship program not only benefits the individual members, it also helps the club, because a satisfied member is going to attract more new members. Now, let us see how a mentor can help the transition of a person, of a new member, into this Toastmasters program. In Toastmasters, we have two tracks. One is communication track, the other is leadership track. A mentor needs to acquaint the mentee of the importance of both the track and help him or her to participate in both of them. It is to an obvious outcome that a good start in her will instill a level of self-confidence which will go a long way, making a sound foundation in the club. I have seen personally that when a mentor appointment is delayed for a mentee, her rate of progress gets limited by the time and effort she puts into the program. Whereas if she would have been given a mentor, helping her with the first 3 speeches and getting her started with the mini functionaries, she would have become more enthusiastic and would have gone in a long way. Now, mentorship program is not only for new members, it is also for experienced members as well. For experienced members, it is to learn new skills and enhance the already existing ones. Let us take a simple case scenario. Toastmaster Abhijit is an experienced Toastmaster, and I being his primary mentor. Now Toastmaster Abhijit wants to improve his body language skills. Here as a mentor, I can refer to Toastmaster Rita or maybe someone outside the club for additional mentoring. Then he or she becomes the additional mentor of Toastmaster Abhijit for that particular skill. Now, so far we have seen how a new member and an existing member benefits from this Toastmasters program, mentorship program. If you are of the belief that the benefit flows only in one direction, let us see what a mentor gets out of it. Mentor can reap the following rewards. No one is perfect. Though a mentor needs to be knowledgeable and skillful, but by no means he is perfect. By mentoring Toastmaster Bubbly, Toastmaster Nisha, Toastmaster Abhijit, I have learned so many new informations and perspectives, and I am in debt to them. Through the mentoring process, a mentor shares two things. Number one is knowledge, and number two is skill. Knowledge can be transferred verbally or through text messages. But when I am demonstrating a part of the speech to my mentee and she is rehearsing with me, I am actually exercising my skills. In my title slide, I have said that being a mentor is one of the most rewarding part of my Toastmasters journey. I feel you also receive the same pleasure by helping someone else. When you do so, you not only share your skills, you also feel good when you are mentored as well and achieves their goals. Apart from getting a toast of gratitude, there are other tangible rewards as well. You get credit for your Project 9 of CL Manual. CL Manual. And also for Advanced Communicator Gold Award. Your club might recognize your performance with a ribbon or something like this, a certificate to acknowledge in this important role. Now, so far we have seen how the members benefit. Does the club benefit? Yes. If you want your club to be filled with active, involved, satisfied members, a mentorship program is going to help. How? When experienced Toastmasters are acting as mentors in the club and the new members are enjoying being the mentees, a friendly relationship develops through this beneficial interaction among most of the members in the club, and thereby reducing the member turnover. The more satisfied members, the more new members will be attracted. Going back to the moments of truth, we want our product, that is club experience, to be sellable. So if your club members are satisfied, then our club is going to flourish, and it's flourishing now. Now let us see some of the qualities what a mentor needs to have to become an effective mentor. Number one is availability. A mentor should be available to his mentee at least 15 minutes per week. Maybe a little longer for the new members. I encourage you to take up the role of mentorship only if you have enough time to devote to your mentee. I believe bad mentoring is worse than no mentoring. If you do not have time let others do it. Patience is key to mentoring. People learn at varying pace. Some may be more timid than others. You need to tailor your style according to your mentee. But say and do things that encourage and motivates your mentee. You do not want to destroy your role as a nurturer. Be friendly. Be respectful. Be flexible. Many a times you might not totally agree with his perspective. You need to ask them to experiment with it. A mentor needs to be knowledgeable and confident. You should have a good knowledge about the organization, about the club operation yourself. Though this is not a rule, but it is a prerequisite for most of the clubs. We have a standard here that after completing CC3 from your competent communicator manual and from taking up most of the roles in CL manual, including GE for 3 times, we usually allot the role of mentee because that will help in confidence, and that confidence will rub into your mentee. You should be a good listener. When my mentee is rehearsing her speech with me, I am actually acting as a speech evaluator, grammarian, timer, counter, all at a time. I need to say why he said this, what he said this, how he said this, and why can he improve. Last, you need to have concern for others. If you do not have concern for your fellow Toastmasters, mentorship is not for you. Now let us come to the process. What are the mentoring steps? How do you mentor a new member in the first meeting, second meeting, and subsequent meetings? So coming to the first meeting, ask your mentee to come maybe 15 minutes ahead of time so that you can discuss with her the parts of a Toastmasters meeting, from business section to prepared speech to technical topic section to evaluation section. And then sit along with her or him and ask her to write down any queries in a sheet of paper so that once the meeting gets over, you can discuss those points with her and answer her queries. Orient her with the club operations and the role players. Explain that whom to contact to take up the roles, when to contact, maybe just after the meeting, how to contact, and if you are not able to come, whom to inform. Help with the icebreaker speech. You need to give ideas how to prepare an icebreaker speech and organization of that speech. Many experienced Toastmasters have found that their first speech was the most difficult speech because a new member will be speaking in front of a group, and not only a group, but a group of relative strangers. So your encouragement and motivation at this stage will go a long way in helping her, as we can see for Toastmaster Vikas. Now, coming to the next meeting. In the next meeting, you need to make aware of the mentee about the resources available, the club officers' roles, and whom to get help from. You need to give positive feedback. First 2 weeks of a new member's life is critical. Your positive feedback and encouragement will help her. Explain responsibilities. Membership in Toastmasters is not about delivering speeches and receiving evaluations. It is a commitment to helping each other. You need to remind of the Toastmasters promise. Help with speeches and roles. As you continue to evaluate and discuss the evaluation she receives, over the time, tell your own goals and aspirations and how you have benefited from this Toastmasters program. You become the proof that if you have achieved it, she can also achieve it. Acknowledge the progress. You can ask the VP Education for a short amount of time in the meeting to acknowledge the progress of the mentee. That way the mentee will feel that the club cares for her. Explain the club officer's duties. Ask her if she is interested to take up any club officer's role in the next session, because that will help her in advanced communicator branch, advanced leadership branch award. Explain about the speech contests, conferences outside the Toastmasters club. That will help her in learning and participation. Tell her about the roles that she, as a new member, she can participate in the table topics contest. Or also take up roles which will give credit to her CL manual. You need to describe the organization. You need to know the Toastmasters organization from area level to division level to district level to international level and the purpose of each. You need to acquaint him or her that leadership roles are available beyond the club as well. Now, coming 4 slides ago, I have discussed what a mentor needs to have. Now let's flip the coin and see what qualities a mentee needs to have. A mentee should have the eagerness to learn, to take up new challenges. You need to be more proactive. After a revised draft, you might need to send a video, which your mentor might not ask for. You should be more receptive, because you will be getting a lot of feedbacks. If you are not open to constructive criticism, it might not work. You should be open to new ideas, and above all, you should be loyal and grateful to your mentor who is spending so much time and effort. Now, mentorship program needs a lot of time and commitment. But is the mentor-mentee relationship a long-lasting one? No. It's not forever and should not be. The purpose of a mentor is to teach a mentee to think and act independently and successfully. Once the mentee reaches that point where he or she is performing on her own, you can add additional mentors, but your personal interest as a whole is no more required. The mentors can then find new mentees, and the mentees who have developed enough knowledge and skills can now become mentors. Whom can you help learn new skills? And from whom you can learn new speaking and leadership skills. This mentor-mentee relationship provides many opportunities, many challenges, and has many rewards. Benefit from the skill of a mentor. Become a mentor yourself and share it with others. Toastmaster is all about people helping people. And mentoring is that to the maximum. I encourage you to take up the role of mentorship. Put whatever you can in it. And if you are thinking what I am thinking right now, your mentees will flourish and you will get a huge toast of satisfaction. So a finite relation, infinite gratification. Thank you so much.